one on the wall.
On a San Diego street corner, a pop-up mural asked the public to consider mental illness.
You just go on any side and paint on the black.
Passers-by used ribbons to show solidarity with the roughly 1 in 5 adults who have a diagnosis.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good.
The painted panels gave visitor Teresa Gedicke a physical example of the invisible condition she knows well.
We actually purposely walked down here for it, support for my son at home.
The Iowa resident's 23-year-old son was diagnosed with schizoaffective disorder.
He struggles immensely, and any time that I can provide support in some way of a platform, I'd like to do that.
Advocates hoped art would encourage others to do the same this week. The temporary installation launched National Mental Illness Awareness Week. The campaign aims to end the stigma by reminding the public just how common it is.
So it's all around us at all times.
Catherine Nicario is CEO of the National Alliance on Mental Illness in San Diego. More than 46 million adults have anxiety, depression, or another disorder, but the internal disease can stay hidden. Nicario says simple acts like pinning a ribbon can open the door to important conversations.
And then when you can go home and, like you said, speak to your spouse and say, hey, you know what, we did this today, and maybe you didn't know that I've dealt with anxiety most of my life.
Those discussions are crucial to shattering the negative perception. Awareness can boost mental health literacy, but researchers found disclosing a diagnosis can lead to self-acceptance and challenge the stigma.
I like when anybody walks by, takes a picture, or comments on it.
Mural artist and patient advocate Ted Meyer says he hopes his work speaks up for people who aren't ready to talk.
It makes me really happy that I get to tell a patient's story, and those stories make people put the pins on and help raise money, so that's really great.
But it's personal too.
I've had several friends commit suicide in the last year. I've had a lot of friends dealing with depression.
Gedicke says people dealing with any mental health disorder deserve more help from the system and the public.
There's not enough support. There's not enough medical. There's not enough mental health care. There's just, people are struggling. We're staying on the boardwalk right now, and we're seeing a lot of that. People need help, and they're lonely.
She says some people with mental illness may actually push away their loved ones.
A lot of times they turn away their family and they just want to be left alone because it hurts. And they don't want to bother people.
She saw that in her own son, but with her continued help and assistance from a service, he now lives on his own. She hopes others receive similar support, whether they show they need it or not.
What you see on the outside is not what's going on the inside, and just be careful. People are going through a lot. Everybody's going through a lot, and just be kind.
The mural that caught her eye will go into storage until a future event. But the battle against the mental health stigma goes on. Tarryn, Mento, KPBS News.